Hello, everybody, and welcome to Jesus and Coffee Conversations. Y'all, I am so excited to be back. I have been gone a long time. I last did a video during Christmas, and I was like, I'm gonna take a break because I want to, be with my family and my friends and all that stuff, and just enjoy the holidays. And I said I would be back in January, but y'all, it is May, okay? And not just May, it's like mid-May. So I'm back. I have missed you all. I've had a lot of people asking me, where did I go? When am I gonna do videos? But I am back. Hello to my new subscribers. I saw that I was getting some new subscribers to the Jesus and Coffee Conversations family. So welcome. And yeah, so I hope that all of y'all are doing good. Thank you for, hanging in there with me because it's very time consuming to do these videos, especially when you are trying to, live your life and make time for, other stuff. This took a back seat just so that I can focus on myself and, enjoy things outside of making videos. So anyway, y'all, I'm back. I am working on consistency. I am not going to promise, that I'll have a video every week or anything, but I promise I will try to be more consistent. But please keep in mind that YouTube is not my career, okay? So I do not have the time to sit here and knock out videos every day or every week or what have you. So, but I do try to do them every week if possible. But life happens and there are going to be times where I just am not going to be able to do videos like that, okay? So anyway, y'all, so today I'm talking to you about dating as a Christian. So you have Christian dating and worldly dating, and they are completely different, at least they should be. But a lot of people try to merge the two together, and that's where a lot of people have problems because you cannot merge Christianity and worldliness and try to blend them together. It's not going to work. You have light and you have dark. Can't go together. So I'm going to start with a scripture, 2 Corinthians 6:14. Be not unequally yoked together with unbelievers, for what fellowship hath righteousness with unrighteousness, and what communion hath light with darkness, okay? So like I just said, light and dark cannot go together, okay? So dating as a Christian and then worldly dating have some similarities in the sense that you have preferences, right? We all have a preference. So, somebody might be like, look, I want to do this like 6'4" and no kids, and, he has a career, and then you have some that might, want something completely different. So you do have preferences, whether you're a Christian or not. So they're the same in that sense. But when you're a Christian, you have to look deeper than the surface. You can't just go off of, oh, he looks good, she looks good, he makes 6 figures, she makes 6 figures. They checking everything off, the outside appearance list and the superficial stuff. You have to go deeper than that, because when you're dating, you're really supposed to be dating with a purpose, and that purpose is to get married. So that's why I say Christian dating is different, because you are dating intentionally, at least you should be dating intentionally with a purpose, to get married to this person. And so you have to start looking deeper and asking questions and listening to what they're saying, okay? And not just listen, you gotta pay attention to the actions too, because actions speak louder than words. So they might say one thing, but their actions say something completely different. So you gotta pay attention to all that, okay? And so it's your life, right? I'm here to give advice. You do not have to take my advice. I don't care if you take my advice. But I do want to help people. And so, but you also need to be careful about whose advice you're taking, okay? Especially if you're a Christian, you can't take somebody's advice and they're targeting, people that don't know Christ, right? You need to be listening to people that are saved, that are giving godly advice that, can help you on the journey as a Christian, okay? Because like I said before, they're two different things, right? But you can't take everybody's advice. You can't listen to everybody's advice. Even when it comes down to family and friends, they mean well, but they're on the outside looking in, so they don't know the situation. Okay, so you really have to discern who's to listen to and who not to listen to. Okay. So anyway, let's get into it. So the questions that you should ask, let me see, I have my notes here. I have 16 questions that you should ask. Okay, number one, you need to ask, are they saved? Being Christian, being saved, two different things. I did a video about that before. I think I did a couple of videos, I can't remember. But I've talked about it before. Being Christian and being saved are two different things. You have a lot of Christians that are going to bust hell wide open because they're not saved. Okay? You just going to church does not make you a Christian. I mean, does not make you saved. So that's what you need to find out. Are they born again? Okay. The second question you need to ask is, do they have a real relationship with Jesus? That goes back to being born again. Do they actually have a relationship with Christ? Now, they might say yes, but you have to discern again if there's, being truthful, and you should be filled with the Holy Spirit. So the Holy Spirit should be letting you know that they're telling the truth, or be sending off the warning signs, the red flags, okay? And then you can tell by their actions as well. So you need to pay attention to their actions, how they carry themselves, all that stuff. Now, does that mean that they are going to be perfect and, that they're not going to, do certain things or say certain things? Because we're all human, we all have struggles. So, it's something that you also have to think about. You can't just say, okay, well, he or she is drinking alcohol, so they don't have a relationship with Jesus. Like, you can't judge by that, okay? Now, if they're drinking, are they getting drunk, or are they just enjoying a glass or two of whatever it is? Because, there's a difference. A lot of people, try to take that whole drinking and just run with it. So you have to really get to know the person to really determine if they have a real relationship with Jesus or not, okay? Number 3, are they filled with and led by the Holy Spirit? Again, this is something you're going to have to spend time with them to see. This is not something that, you can just look at them and say, okay, they're filled with the Holy Spirit, they're led by the Holy Spirit. No, you have to spend time with them to see. Okay, so that's why it's important. You have to pay attention to what they're doing, what they're saying, and all of that. All of that has to align, and you have to discern and see. Okay, yes, they have a relationship with Jesus. Yes, they are filled with the Holy Spirit, and yes, they let the Holy Spirit lead them in their decisions in everyday life. Okay. Number 4, have they broken all soul ties? Okay, now, people are having sex, married or not, and with that comes soul ties. So you want to be dating someone and, considering marriage with someone who has broken those soul ties. Because if they have not broken those soul ties, they're bringing not just their demons, but everybody else's demons that they don't have sex with into this relationship. And then when you guys consummate your marriage or relationship or whatever, they are attached to you. So you need to find out, have you broken your soul ties? Okay. Number 5, have they healed or are working on healing from previous hurt and trauma? This is super, super important because hurt people hurt people. So if they have not healed and they are still broken and they still have, now we all have triggers. Even if you are healed, you still have triggers. You still have memories of your hurts and your trauma. And so when somebody says something, or they say something a certain way, or they do something a certain way, or they do something, that just reminds you of past hurt, past trauma, it could be a trigger for you. How do they respond to the triggers, though? So do they respond in a way where they talk to you and say, look, when you say this or you do this, it takes me back to a place of hurt, and I don't want to go back there. So can you, not do this, or can you not say these certain things? Or, that's a healthy response. An unhealthy response would be if they just start lashing out and they just, just turn crazy on you all of a sudden. Okay, they have not healed. Or if they're intentionally doing things to hurt you, or they're intentionally pushing buttons, they're intentionally, trying to trigger you, then that person has not healed. You're dealing with a broken person. So you need to make sure that the person that you are dating, interested in, whatever, that they have healed or they are working on healing from past trauma, so they don't bring all that I can't even talk, y'all. They don't bring all that toxicity into this current relationship. And then make sure that you are healed. That's something else too. Not just them. You need to make sure that you are healed as well. It is super important that both people are healed or are working towards healing. Okay. Number 6, do their morals and values align with yours? Okay. Do they want to get married? Do they want kids? How many kids do they want to have? Are they saved? If you are a Christian, you have no business trying to date somebody that's a Catholic or a Muslim or not saved or anything like that. You guys need to have the same beliefs, because down the road it's going to cause some problems if you don't. So, do you guys have the same religion? Do they, I don't know, how do they handle their money? How do they handle finances? What are their expectations for their wife or their husband? You need to make sure that all of that align. The core values need to align. You might be thinking, communication is important, and they might be like, look, we don't got to talk. That's not going to work. Okay, so you need to make sure your morals and your values align and that you guys are on the same page, and you're going to have to ask the questions. Okay, you can't just sit there and not ask the questions. So ask them, do you want to get married? How many kids do you want to have? How important is family to you? How important is work-life balance to you? All of that, okay? Number 7, are they someone who has integrity and good character? Now, this is why I say worldly dating and Christian dating are different. The world has you focus on the superficial, how good they look, how much money they make, what kind of car they have, how tall are they, what kind of body do they have. Like, they're focused on the superficial, the stuff that's not going to matter at the end of the day, because all of this is going to fade, okay? But who they are at the core as a person, that is not going to fade. That is who they are. So you want to make sure that they are someone with integrity. That means that they don't act a certain way in public and then they are completely somebody different behind closed doors. You need somebody that's the same regardless, okay? When you think about Joseph in the Bible, he was a man of integrity. When Potiphar's wife, tries to seduce him, he could have easily said, okay, you know what? Nobody's around. I can go ahead and do this and nobody's going to know. But he knew that God was watching, and he knew that she was somebody else's wife. And so he fled that temptation. So you want someone who is a man or woman of integrity. You want to make sure that they have good character. Are they kind? Are they, if she's a woman, is she nurturing? Is she feminine? Or is she trying to be the alpha in the relationship? So you want somebody that has integrity and good character. Okay, you have to get off of the superficial, how do they look, and all that stuff. You need to find out at the end of the day, are they kind? Can I trust them? Are they honest? All of that matters, okay? Number 8, can you be your whole self around them and not just show them bits and pieces? This is important. You want to make sure that you are dating someone that you can be your true self around. There were relationships where I could not be myself. Like, I had to hide certain parts of myself. I wasn't, I didn't feel safe enough to open up and, talk about different things. So you want someone that you can be your whole self with, someone who has seen you angry, someone who has seen you sad, someone who has seen you sick, someone who has seen you, when you're, pissed off. Like, they've seen every part of you, and they still love you, and they still accept you, and they still want to be with you, okay? So the person that you're dating, if you can be your true whole self with that person, and you're not hiding anything from that person knows, things about you that other people don't know, and they don't look at you differently, they're not judging you, and you're free to be who you are with them, then that's a good thing. Okay, that's what you want. Number 9, do you fully trust them? Trust in a relationship is everything. If you don't have trust, you don't have a relationship. Okay, for me, trust is a big deal. Like, if my trust is broken and I don't trust you, we can't do this. Okay, you have people, like, if you watch Divorce Court and all these crazy, like, reality shows, you know, and like the women don't trust the men and they're doing crazy stuff, like, you know, popping up on his job, or like you constantly got to check the phone, and you know he can't talk to, like, it's just crazy. I don't have time for that. Okay, I don't have time for that. I don't have the energy for that. If I don't trust you, I'm not going through all that. We could just bye. You go your way and I go my way, and I'm done with it. Okay, so trust. Do you fully trust them? If you do not fully trust them, you do not need to be with them. First of all, you need to get to the bottom. What is it about them that's causing you not to trust them? So you need to get to the root of it. Have a conversation of why you do not trust this person. Okay, and this is also why I say it's important that you are healed before trying to date somebody else, because, you know, if your ex was a cheater and a liar or whatever, and then you didn't take the time to heal from that, and, you know, everything, and then now you're trying to be with this person, you're bringing those trust issues from your previous relationship into this relationship, and this person didn't do nothing. Like, they have integrity. They're not lying. They're not cheating. You know, they're not keeping secrets or anything like that, but you don't trust them because you haven't healed. So that is important, why I say you need to heal, and you need to get to the bottom of why you do not trust them. Okay, but you definitely need to be with somebody that you fully trust. Okay, and they need to fully trust you. All right. Number 10, do they fully accept you for who you are and are not? A lot of people have, you know, these high, unrealistic expectations, women especially, and so they cannot accept somebody for who they are not. They constantly are trying to turn someone into who they want them to be instead of accepting the person for who they are. So you want to make sure that the person you're dating accepts you for you and accepts you for who you are not. They're not trying to change you and make you, you know, who they want you to be. Okay, and vice versa. Number 11, do they have your back when you need them? So if you need something, are they there for you? If you're someone, you're always there for them, no questions asked, you always have their back, but they can't do the same, then it's not gonna work, because at some point you're gonna end up resenting them, and you're gonna have like this whole argument and everything. So you want someone who has your back when you need them. Okay. Number 12, do they keep their word? And this will tie into integrity. If they say they're going to do something, do they follow through? So I think that this is really important for women to understand, that you need a man that keeps his word. If he tells you that he's going to do something, he does it. Like, his word is everything. So you want someone that knows how to keep their word. Number 13, do you have fun together? Okay. Relationships should be fun. You should enjoy each other's company. So do you have fun together? Can you guys, you know, just sit there and just watch movies, and, you know, nobody has to talk? Like, you just enjoy each other's company, and, you know, or you guys go to, you know, festivals, or you're always having fun. You're finding fun things to do together. And even if you're not doing anything, like I said, just watching a movie, you enjoy that because you enjoy being around each other. You enjoy each other's company. Because let me tell you, if you don't have fun together, you're going to have a miserable relationship. Nobody wants to be serious all the time. Nobody wants to be fighting and arguing all the time. Nobody wants to be, you know, feeling like they're walking on eggshells and all this stuff all the time. You need to be with someone where you have fun. Life is too short to be miserable. Okay? So get you somebody that y'all laugh at stupid stuff, you get each other's jokes, and you just have a good time together. Okay? Number 14, do your life visions and purposes align? They need to align. God created woman to be the helpmate. So Adam already had his job in the garden, and Eve was there to help him with that job. So his purpose in life and your purpose in life should align. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be like the exact same thing, but they should pretty much be on the same, I guess, wavelength is what I'm trying to say. So they should pretty much be on the same wavelength, okay? Are your purposes aligning? Does the vision you have for your life match the vision he has for his life, and vice versa? So you guys want to make sure you're on the same page, because if you're not on the same page and them visions not aligning, it's gonna be hard to have a healthy relationship, because especially as a Christian, you are here to do what God calls you to do. So if his life vision is to be a pastor, okay, does your life vision match that? Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be a pastor, but maybe you're supposed to be a teacher or an evangelist or something, but they're on the same page, okay, if that makes sense. Because if not, like I said, it's not going to work, because you guys are going to bump heads because you're not in alignment, okay? So it's kind of like your car. When your car is not in alignment and you keep going this way, the car wants to go this way and you're trying to get it to go this way. That's how it's going to be in that relationship, because you're out of alignment. Number 15, are they supportive and encourage you and your goals? You need somebody that is supportive and encouraging of you and your goals and your dreams. Not someone who's jealous, not someone who sees you as competition, not someone that wants you, just be a stay-at-home wife and mom and not have no goals and no dreams. They need to be someone who is supportive of you. If you accomplish something, are they genuinely happy for you, and do they celebrate you and your accomplishments? Okay? You want someone that supports you and encourages you, because life is hard. And if you're with someone and they can never celebrate you and they can never be supportive of you and they can never encourage you, you're going to get drained and you are not going to be happy. So you need someone that is supportive and encouraging and pushes you in a good way towards your goals and your dreams, okay? And then the last question I have is, can you be honest with them and talk to them about any and everything? And some of these kind of overlap and go together, but you want someone that you can talk to. You want someone that you can be honest with. And I'm not saying you got to tell them every single, thing, but you do want someone that, if there was trauma, you could talk to them to help them have a better understanding of you. So you want someone that you can be honest with and you can open up to, okay? Because if you are scared to open up to that person, then that's not going to work, because communication in a relationship is also super important. Okay, you're gonna have to talk. They cannot read your mind. If something's wrong, you need to be comfortable enough to, let them know what is bothering you. Okay, so you need someone that you can be honest with and that you can talk to about any and everything. And they, are not gonna look at you differently. They're not gonna judge you or anything like that. So y'all, I hope that this video was helpful. These are some serious questions that you do need to ask, and you got to remember that as a Christian, your dating is not like the world's dating. And even in worldly dating, they might ask some of these questions and things, but it's especially the first 3 questions are super important, because you want someone who has the same beliefs as you do. Okay, you don't want to be filled with the Holy Spirit and born again and all this stuff, and then you're dating someone who's not saved. That's going to cause, some issues, some conflict. You're not going to save them. You're not going to change them. So, I know a lot of people are like, oh, I can change him, or he can change for me, or no. So don't get in your head, okay, he might not be saved today, but if I keep talking to him and I keep dating him, then, eventually I'll get him to change and then he'll get saved. And no. You know how many relationships fall apart with people that have that mindset? So you need the mindset of, they're not going to change. Okay? And if they are not going to change, then you need to ask yourself, can I live with this for the rest of my life? So, because like I said, when you're dating with the intention of marriage. So you got to ask yourself, okay, if this person never changes, can I forever live with this? And if the answer is no, then that person is not for you. If you answer, yeah, I can deal with it, then, you know, keep dating and see what happens. But yeah, don't be thinking that you're gonna get in this and you're gonna change them and all that stuff. That's not good. It's not gonna work. Okay. So anyway, y'all, like I said, I hope this was helpful. I'm glad to be back. Thank you to my new subscribers again. Guys, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff. And I will see you guys in the next video. God bless.